After waiting all these years, Wicked is finally here. And believe me, it has been a ride ever since. The crazy press tours, the absolutely iconic songs, and iconic colors, pink and green. Wicked is now the most successful film adaptation of a Broadway musical of all time. And this was only the first half, can you believe it? Although there was some skepticism about the movie being split into two parts, I think this was the best option. The original Broadway show is close to 3 hours long. Although we know that the production team is talented, there is no way they could fit every detail of this mask. Little piece of a musical. The director of the movie, John M. Chu, said, "As we prepared the production over the last year, it became increasingly clear that it would be impossible to wrestle the story of Wicked into a single film without doing some real damage to it. With more space, we can tell the story of Wicked as it was meant to be told." I think that's a valid explanation. I would hate to see them completely butchering the original story, you know? The producer also said, "We didn't want to end up making one 4-hour movie and then cutting out songs. We want to satisfy the fans of the musical. There's so much more to explore." I'm personally excited for what's to come, but what about you? Do you think it was a good decision for them to split the movie into two parts or not? Anyways, back to the movie. The majority of the first part takes place in the past. The story is told from Glinda's perspective as she recalls her friendship with Elphaba and tells us how things went down. The second part, on the other hand, will take us to whole new stories, which is pretty exciting. Now, let's take a look at what awaits us in the second part. Major spoiler warning here, if you can't wait another year for the other half of the story, you're at the right place. Don't forget to let me know what your predictions are in the comments, and let us begin. As you can remember, the first part ended with Glinda and Elphaba learning that the wizard is nothing but a fraud, and Elphaba flies away on her iconic broomstick. This marks the end of the first act on the original Broadway musical too, so I can say that it's kind of a perfect ending. But guess what? There are more perfect things to come. Part 2 of the movie will set in sometime later. Elphaba becomes the Wicked Witch of the West. Glinda too will have a new name. She'll become Glinda the Good, and she'll be working for the wizard. Fiyero becomes the captain of the wizard's guards. Elphaba visits her sister Nessa, the Wicked Witch of the East, who is now the governor of Munchkinland. Nessa has taken away the Munchkins' rights to get Bach to stay with her. Elphaba enchants their mother's jeweled shoes, allowing Nessa to walk, but Bach still rejects her. A spell gone wrong turns Bach into the Tin Man. Oh my god, there are so many storylines to be told. What will happen next is this. The wizard offers Elphaba a chance to join him, but she refuses. Fiyero helps her escape. They confess their love. Morrible and the wizard plot to endanger Nessa to lure Elphaba. Morrible causes the tornado that brings Dorothy to Oz and kills Nessa. Glinda and Elphaba fight over the shoes, but they reconcile. Elphaba is seemingly killed by water, but Glinda reveals she was the wizard's daughter and has him and Morrible arrested. Fiyero, now the Scarecrow, frees Elphaba and they escape together. Exciting, right? This is it as far as the plot goes. For those who don't know when we can watch part 2, let me just say that it's set to premiere in theaters on November 21st, 2025. Now let's have a look at what our actors had to say about the production. Cynthia Erivo, who plays Elphaba, said that this moment, this film, these people, this cast, this crew, this director, my Glinda, were the grandest gift I could ever have asked for, and I'm eternally grateful for the chance to bring you this Elfie. Ariana Grande, who plays Glinda, said, "Every single person that worked on these films was not only the absolute best at what they do, but made every single day for over a year feel so incredibly safe. Kind and thoughtful and inspired every day as if it were always the first." Ariana and Cynthia gave so many interviews, they practically became a meme because they were always emotional in every single one of them. The press tour is a whole nother story that has so many little details about it. Relationships died and others blossomed during the production, if you know what I mean. Wicked was already a cultural phenomenon, but now it's even more of an icon. It won't be forgotten in the foreseeable future, that's for sure. Now tell me what you think in the comments below, and subscribe to my channel for more videos like this one. Thanks for watching till the end, and I'll see you soon.